And welcome back to the PTLs 2020 held here at Pullman Park in Papakura, Auckland. We have a match for you coming up. It's in the men's grade to Waiponamu going up against the Northern Strikers. My name's Kimo Holtham, and sitting here with me in the commentating box is Harley, a referee but also a great commentator. Your thoughts on the competition so far, Harley?
First of all, you're too kind, but second of all, yeah, no, it's been another awesome day. We're treated to some more awesome fixtures. Man, we're still trying to be on a bit of a come down after that last game between the Raiders and the Metro. So much intensity in that game and an awesome result in the end. And equally, this game is just as important for the Strikers in Te Waiponamu today.
Yeah, the Raiders will be very happy with where they're sitting at the moment. They managed to upset Metro, who have suffered their first loss of the competition. So the Raiders will be going into the latter part of today in full confidence.
Yeah, they definitely will. In terms of turning our attention to this game, we've got both teams having a good day yesterday. Te Waiponamu picking up their first win of the competition. Strikers also grabbing a win yesterday afternoon against 07 Heat. So they'll want to build on from that and try and put some more points on the table today.
Yes, beating the 07 Heat for the Strikers side. It's a huge scalp for them. They're looking for a backdoor play early on. They go back to the other side. Scooper gets through. All he'll be looking for a live player now. Who can he connect up? They managed to out on the corner here, so Strikers first to put points on the board.
Have a look here, Mace Parsons, just a really good awareness of space, gets through the gap, tries to look up for his attacking team. And let's see if we can pick up, it might have been Devontae Tiaki Tippett who popped around, no, it was Boston Kake.
Came right back door play there.
That's unreal skill to be able to get all the way into the far corner and grab the first try of the game.
That was beautiful work. Who did you say that was?
Yeah, Boston Kake.
Great awareness to get himself around there. The Strikers now managed to D out the Te Waiponamu attack on this first set, so they'll be driving out of their half.
We've seen in past games this rucking period part of the field again, a very strong area of the field they'll want to build from and get a good platform to try and strike from.
The Strikers now with some good yardies, catching it to Waiponamu's men's side just on the back foot here, but Waiponamu able to reshuffle. Great defence there by the Waiponamu team. Oh, but
looks like a fifth touch call. Yeah, so the referee's just bringing them back for the last play of the game, so Mace Parsons will just roll the ball here. Ports will have a look and see what options are out there on the left, and they'll just kill the ball. Ray Hunter, their birthday boy yesterday, out there today doing the mahi. I think he might have scored 7 tries yesterday, so let's see if his magic hands can continue on today.
Yeah, let's see. That was Ray Hunter, like you said, it was his birthday yesterday. No doubt he would have had a good recovery last night. A couple of waters, rested up the legs.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened. Harry Kirk with the ball now. Let's see if he can get this right to left going. Oh, a flick pass out to the wing. Can they maximise this opportunity?
I was actually looking for that number 12 for Te Waiponamu, Kirk, just to let it go. I know he has a beautiful long ball on him. It's not only long, but it's fast as well. They should be looking to utilise that pass as much as they can. I like the short ball option, as I know a lot of teams will be over-reading that long ball by him.
He's a key player on the attacking end, but it can also match up defensively as well. In this last play, we've had an offside penalty against Te Waiponamu. So they'll want to try and minimise that. A good outcome, though, for the Strikers. Let's see if they can score from this play.
Yes, and there we had just the wayward ball by Te Tuhi Tuuta, who's a very strong touch player, very strong player, come up through the NZ Juniors. So definitely not someone you want to give too many attacking options on their line.
No, crafty player and very good defensively as well.
Yeah.
A quick shout out as well to our 3 officials for today's game. Te Aroha Mani. We've also got Isaac Costin and oh gee, I can't see who's on the other side, but we'll give them a shout out when they're back in the frame as well.
To Waiponamu, they'll be looking to capitalise off this attacking set. They go short side.
Oh, Ben Anderson, he might be over. Did he get that one? Yeah, looks like they might be giving the try. Outstanding start there from Te Waiponamu off a bit of broken play, you could say.
So he drops about 10 metres out.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, nobody touched him.
I think Chico Doyle there was just caught offside. The referee had good awareness, caught the play on, and the try was given.
What I like though is Doyle even knew that he was offside. He caught the no touch as well. Just some great speed there shown by the Waiponamu player. Here we have the strikers though. They'll be looking to score nice and quick. Oh, great defensive work by Waiponamu.
Mace Parsons showing his experience there, just coming in on a really strong drive, and they're going to continue to look for him on this attacking set, I think, here. Let's see what he can create. Unfortunately, ball didn't quite go to hand. Might have just been a slight forward pass there, and Waiponamu will escape out of that one.
Yeah, they need to be careful for that pass that Parsons does have though. It was just a flick of the wrist, and you saw how quick that ball comes shooting out. If he can get his line right, not throwing it forward, definitely a weapon they should be utilising throughout the rest of this game. Here they've brought Kirk back on, as we know, very strong on attack. He's now in the link position. They've got a scooper. He's coming back through, backdoor player isn't there. They end up throwing the ball to ground.
Yeah, Angus just running out of space there. They managed to isolate the left middle, but couldn't maximise that opportunity. They'll look to try and stymie the attack here, and it works. Good pressure being applied there just in the middle by Will Hamilton to cough up that ball from Northern Strikers, and Harry Kirk's now pushing inside the 7-metre zone.
I think Harry Kirk was waiting to be touched there, but when he didn't feel it coming, thought he'd try and put on the afterburners. Well defended by the strikers though. They're setting up for a backdoor play. He's coming on. There he is for Kirk, was in the hole, just pass wasn't on. Kirk may have just been a little bit too early.
Yeah, but a good option there. You can see that they're engaging, moving the attack with 3 or more players. So let's see what else they can bring to the table as they come forward in the next few sets.
We have the 2-2 now with a nice drop, manages to get in behind the Waiponamu line. They managed to do it again, but it was a touch and pass. They had to Waiponamu on the back foot there, just not able to execute.
Yeah, just a forward pass call there made by our referee Cameron Wootton to Waiponamu. A little bit caught out on that right side defensively. So they'll be wanting to, be careful, especially when Daniel was coming off that pick. They don't want to give them too much space.
Yes, definitely. They did manage to scramble though. Nice little extras being played here. I love the fluidity that Waiponamu have on this attack. It's not a stop-start as it was in round 1. He's got the extras on that out. Can't capitalise though, but they have gone coast to coast.
You good little option here. They've managed to draw the 2 middles in. Got on the outside, but that's probably one of the strengths of Danion's game. He's just got such long arms, he can make the touch from, a bit of a distance. And the striker's now in a good position to try and get one back on the board.
Yeah, Danion definitely one of the stronger performers from round 1 across all teams. So he'll definitely be wanting to be on the field as an attacker for the strikers as much as he can. He is their co-captain.
Let's have a look at this play here just on the setup. Good roll ball from Ports. Sets Mace up well, just couldn't quite bring it in there, Walter Tukirangi.
If they had executed that long ball just a little bit better, they would have been able to put points on the board there. And saying that coast to coast, you can't be too disheartened by that.
Impressed already so far in terms of the ball handling.
Look at it.
Ball security's good, yards are good. Ben Anderson on the ball now. Looking at their option for last play, they're looking long now. And we've got an intercept, and of course that's a 0 touch.
The strike has been called for.
Yeah, looks like a bobble in the play the ball. Going to give another shout out here to Will Hamilton for the pressure applied from that wing position. That's 2 turnovers he's now forced. Good to see the defensive work being done there by the winger.
I like the setup here by Waiponamu. They've brought the defenders up. They've got someone lurking in on that late outdoor.
Yeah, did Angus get that one down? Not quite. I think the touch was made first. But I love the dynamic shape that they're offering here.
Angus Folks, I'm liking him so far for this Waiponamu team. Just giving them another attacking option. He's got a nice little dive and a nice pass on him as well. 32 long. They've got one of their mids had fallen over the striker's side. So they had the option on the inside. They actually chose to go long. You'll see here. Oh no, it's the next play happening here. This is Folks with the dive. Great defensive work there by the strikers though.
And now their opportunity down the field. This is Reese Brown breaking the ball down the field. Jackson Ephraim's caught there in the middle. Chico Dual on the setup. Looking for their outside players. They're going to try and put something together here.
What I liked about that is they didn't automatically go to static play. Instead of pulling out and slowing it down, they pulled up and continued to run a bow play, just trying to keep the Waiponamu players on their feet. They end up getting the penalty as well.
Yes, absolutely. Good option there from the strikers.
Folks was in a good defensive position there.
One of the strengths of the strikers' game actually is the fact that they just move the ball. The feet never sit still. They're always moving. They're always going. It's good to see. Exciting footy.
Unable to turn that set into points though, so now to Waiponamu, they'll be looking for a strong drive outside of their half.
They have really good ball control. You can tell that they spend a lot of time on the fundamentals, just the roll ball, the plant.
You can see Angus Folks there, he was a bit slow getting off the field. You can see he's put in a lot of work both on attack and defence. Here, they nice little quick switch up. Harry Cook now with the ball in hand. Can't find the option though. They have managed to get down to the other side of the field though. They'll be looking to plug this striker side up here.
They've got a similar game plan to their women's team, to Waiponamu men's. Just ruck hard, defend hard, and then see what comes off the back of it. But some good yards being made here by the strikers. Boston Kake, Portene Paiwai now with the ball. There might be a bit of an overlap here if they can get the ball to the wing.
That's the last. They'll be looking for one more play here, the strikers. What will they do? Will they just try and stack a corner? Will they be looking for points? No, they do. They try and shift it as far away from the Waiponamu box as they can. Here we have to Waiponamu with some good yardies. Harry Kirk runs into the referee, trips him up a bit.
Ball moving forward now with Simon Anderson. Jordan McEntee now. What will Waiponamu create on this play?
32 long, step back, Links chopping in. They looked at that, that must be one of the options. It's the second time I've seen them run that play. It seems to be working. If they can get some harder chopper lines ran by their links, I think that it might work out a bit better for them.
Yeah, you've identified some of the issues. I think that those links are just a little bit too static as the ball is getting set up, or the player's getting set up. If they can get moving a little bit earlier and on pace, they can create better opportunities. Oh, have we got a try? Have we got a try? Let's see what the referee calls here. Yes, we have. Great effort there. Carson Heppy converting on an excellent drive and settle play. Let's see if we can have another look at it. Coming off the back of some really good yards.
And I think that's what it come down to, was just some real good yardies, some extra meters chewed up. And they knew they had players offside on the outside there. A nice little check back on the inside to the link, who was running a beautiful line. Beautiful work there by the strikers to push the lead out 2 points to 1.
There was so much skill in that play. I'm so impressed by starting with George Stephen Burgess, pushing to the wing, and then the push back inside by Jackson Ephraim's. Good work, strikers.
To Waiponamu now. Looking for a peel play, but they do manage to get the penalty.
We noticed this morning so far, least penalties on the line, and it's almost the same in today's game. Defensively, the teams have again adjusted, but an opportunity again here for Te Waiponamu to see if they can add some points on the board.
I'm liking what Angus Folks is doing here. When he has ball in hand, he seems quite dangerous.
Well, there's a little bit of confusion in this setup, but we've got numbers here. Can Trey get to the corner? Bit of a foot race.
Oh, nice try.
No, I think the touch was made first.
Touch, great work by the defensive side.
Yeah, Te Waiponamu just getting stuck a little bit too lateral there. Maybe adding a little bit more depth on their attack might help put their players in better positions. But we see a bit of a replay here as Trey goes to the corner. But yep, great touch made there by Daniel Morgan Putarangi.
Strikers now again just eating up those meters.
Strike here, strike here!
Peel play. They hit back on the short side. Not able to dot down though. Just a little bobble as he's putting the ball down. So to Waiponamu with the let off there.
Yeah, good pressure applied by the strikers at the attacking end there. And it was good to see them shift. Instead of going long and just look for the short option here, we can see on the replay. A great option for them to explore. Short ball, went for it, but you can see, yeah, he dropped it. Great position for the referee and a good call there.
Yeah, I liked it. He never had control of the ball. Kirk with the pass, but hands not able to lock the ball up, so strikers with the let off. 5.5 minutes, they're up by 1.
We'll see if the Te Waiponamu might look to go back to some of those passive plays that worked for them yesterday against the Raiders. Just to diversify some of their attacking options and their points of attack. Last touch now, Turban Burgess again, a dangerous player with the ball in hand. He's going to team up here. No, the touch was made.
Ooh, I thought the Waiponamu side might have been offside. Lucky for them. They need some good yards here. There's still 5 minutes left in the half. Kirk now with ball in hand. They're driving to their box. They'll be looking for a nice fresh set on.
Yeah, a couple of touches in hand here. Jordan McEntee unfortunately couldn't link up with his other middle, and strikers get away with that one.
Just miscommunication in my opinion, this Waiponamu side. Not enough chatter at the moment.
Yeah, and again, the same issue with the strikers. They're expecting players to be in certain positions and they're not quite there. Some of those connections they just need to work on through corridor.
You can see the idea was here. Execution though. Nice work by the Waiponamu winger, not giving him enough space to work with.
And another turnover, it seems, against Te Waiponamu. 4 minutes left in the game, or sorry, in the first half. And the strikers back on attack.
Yeah, you've got Danyan and Tuhi Tuta, two of their best attackers on the field at the moment for the strikers at the moment. They're looking for a 32 peel play. They run the peel. Well defended by Te Waiponamu though, they managed to stay man on. Tuta coming back door. They do get the penalty.
Yeah, the same play that they were successful with in about 10 minutes ago, you could say. Moving the ball, not being static, getting everybody involved, confusing the defense, and then the referee notices, oh, hang on, team's not going forward. Penalty.
These great eyes by the referee.
Here we go. This is another play on call from the referee. Number 6 from Te Waiponamu just called offside there. That was Jackson Wright. Boston Kake, good awareness. We can see just where the feet is. Just keep an eye on where number 6's feet is. See how he stops short here. Play on call is given by the referee, and then the ball gets put down by Boston, and the try is awarded by to the strikers.
Yeah, you can see there he was off by a clear metre, and just like you said, great awareness by Boston Kake. I mean, he's a young player, and to have that sort of awareness around him, great ball work by him, and just noticing where the hole was.
Oh, a play on call here from the referee, but we've got an offside call now against the strikers, so Te Waiponamu will look to try and claw back another point. Again, a little bit static in terms of their attacking options so far. Let's see what they can do. We've got Angus in a better position at that link.
Well defended there by the strikers. That's the one. I'd like to see a bit more ball movement by the Te Waiponamu. So they've got players. They had 3 players up on their left.
Yeah, but better option there.
Yeah.
Better setup from the wing and the link options on the outside. It gave them some chances there. Harry Kirk now looking for the right to left, and it might be on in the middle. I think the try's there for Angus Fawkes.
And again, we've been talking about Harry Kirk's long ball since the beginning of the game. And a lot of teams are onto it, so they would have gone out hard. That's why that little nice inside chopper line was on, because of the awareness that they have of the ball play that this player, Harry Kirk, does have.
And equally for Harry, just knowing, oh, okay, you're expecting a long, I'm going to fake that one and we're going to go short. The chopper was there, and a great try from Te Waiponamu.
So they managed to close the gap up. Now only down by 1 point. The strikers now will be looking to stretch it again. They got a nice little peel play. They caught the link standing in. Just couldn't execute the pass. Te Waiponamu with the let off there.
The Manawatu boys connecting there. That was Sunny Tuala, Carson Hepi, Portene Paiwai. Unfortunately, the ball couldn't quite get to Mace Parsons on that passive play. But the strikers now ding through the middle. Te Waiponamu just getting their fresh legs on now. 2 touches left in hand. Jordan McEntee, can he get a pick off this and create an opportunity for the boys? Oh, we got one.
Down. And that was just off some great yardage work put in by Te Waiponamu. They were just constantly going forward. Strikers never managed to catch their feet on the way back. But still, they should not have scored this try. Just some individual brilliance here. Nice little slide under.
Yeah, 2 things with that one. Better setup from Te Waiponamu, and on the second part there, you could see Sunny Tuala's feet were just short in front of the line, so that's why the play on call was given by the referee and the try awarded.
Great work by our officiates at the moment. Again, they run the same play, but this time the Te Waiponamu team were onto it enough that the winger managed to double off.
Great defensive pressure there applied by Te Waiponamu to stop that potential try before half-time. They're going to just run this one out as we walk into half-time.
Yes, a pretty even match to begin with. Both teams putting in some very good defensive work. And we will wrap up that half at 3 apiece to Te Waiponamu. Going up against the Strikers' side. Te Waiponamu late in this first half just managed to claw back a couple of easy points.
Yeah, they did. Like we mentioned earlier on, they're doing the basics well. They're getting down the field. Defensively, you know, they're okay. They're completing their sets and stuff like that. If they get their players in position well, especially when they're subbing and get that roll on going, I think that they're going to continue on with opening up opportunities for themselves in the second half.
Yeah, both these teams coming in after day 1, both taking 1 win and 1 loss. So no doubt they'll be wanting this win here today, just to set themselves apart from each other. But it's been a very strong half by both teams. I mean, let's look at these first up tries. Just a nice little scoop through the middle for the Strikers side, but an even better backdoor connection play by Boston Kake there, who's been very strong in this game so far.
Yeah, been impressed by Boston. What you've seen to me is some really good platforms being provided, especially with the go forward, and then just some individual skill and brilliance that's helped finish off and execute. That was a great try there from Carson Hepi. And again on this one, Boston Kake just gets the player on the outside. Good awareness and listening to the referee, and he gets that try there for the Strikers. In terms of for Te Waiponamu, some players who I think that will look to step up in the second half. Jehill Kiramal, he's one of their kind of their grinders, their go forward guys. If they can get him the pill early in the set, I reckon they can help find some extra meters through the middle of the field, because once they get onto the 7, they've got opportunities to attack.
Yeah, you see there's some nice little jinky little slots inside through these inside channels that I know the Strikers won't be very happy with, just in regards to their defensive line. But again, this try, like you said, for the Strikers just comes off some good pace off their yardage. But again, all these Te Waiponamu tries have come on these inside channels, and as a defensive unit, that's exactly not what you're wanting. So the Strikers, no doubt, in their huddle at the moment, they'll be wanting to fix up a lot of that, tightening up their defence from the inside out. Hopefully that should put a bit more pressure on this Te Waiponamu side coming into the second half. And
tactically, to me, obviously with most of these teams, you've got a mixture of experience and youth. At times it feels like they're targeting some of these young ones. Just in that last play, for example, you know, Sonny was caught short-eyed, like, hey, let's try and get on his outside, and it worked. So in terms of their corridor as a team, you know, you just want to make sure that you've got your players back, especially these young ones. You don't want them to be standing out there as a target on their back.
Yeah, and you know, as experience comes into play, that's exactly what you want to be doing. I know back in the Bay, they used to call it blueies. You're always looking for the blueies, for the weakest player on the defensive side. You want to be attacking them, you want to be putting pressure on them, you just want to be asking questions, you know, seeing what they can and can't do, because that's where you're going to find the easiest holes, the easiest gaps to score tries. Te Waiponamu now with the tap off, starting off this first half. They're not all set in play at the moment. The Strikers, some good first up easy touches. They're going to stack this right side. They're going to continue to go right. But the Strikers up for the defensive task.
Hanlon Johnston, another player who Was a little bit quiet in the first half, but let's see if he can inject himself a little bit more in the second. Simon Anderson now, he's through the gap. Can he team up with a player? Oh, unfortunate not to be able to grab possession of that, and they turn that one over, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he surprised himself by getting through that gap. That's probably why the pass wasn't as good as he would have liked it.
And just a communication breakdown there between the two strikers. You could see Devontae was pointing at George, that's yours, that's yours. So something that they'll want to pick up on as the second half progresses.
Yes, just if you were watching that defensive line by Waiponamu, just some good communication there. They had a good rotation play with their defensive line, which set them up perfectly for that scoop. So to Waiponamu, with a strong start to the second half, a try opportunity with a good defensive set.
To Waiponamu, probably wanting to get a little bit more pace as they're running onto the ball. They're a little bit casual, and I don't know if it's going to set them up well here. But let's see what Harry Kirk can create as he teams up with his other mates. Great pass. It looks like it might be on.
You could just see that whole set. He was just looking to set himself up. I love the shake-up in the play. They've been running a lot of scoop plays, but here, you see he looks for the Jordan back on the inside and just straight to the long ball. As you can see, all those strikers players were coming in for the early shut. It makes it a bit harder when you're playing 7 meters out now to have that early shut, because it's giving your passer a lot more time.
Yeah, that's right. He was looking at the different options, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe they, need to engage other players. He was doing it himself, and I guess taking leadership from an attacking perspective as well, just to make sure that they're moving the defence and most importantly finding the right option there. Now we look at the strikers. I think that was Tatui asking some real questions of the defence. They're on 4th touch now.
Yeah, Tatui there thought he might have been in with the try. I thought he was too, but well defended by Waiponamu. Here they go for the 32 play, and it's on Boston Kake again. No, he's been caught touched.
Yeah, you can see this is on the play earlier. Just a great touch made there by the young fella there, Hamish Fawkes. Putting in the mahi on the line. And now Te Waiponamu are working their way down towards the field. The striker's called offside by our official. So an excellent position for them to try and extend their lead now.
Fine. When Waiponamu have a better setup, they have better attacking opportunities. They'll be looking for that setup here. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Just a bit too strong, but he needed to do it. He had to slow down that play because they had an open play on the outside who had no defenders on him.
And it's difficult at times, not just for the wingers, but also for the referees to call that one. While they're coming in hot and hard, we want to make sure that there is still minimal contact. And as you saw with the referee, there was a shoulder in there, so that's what the penalty was for.
I'd like to see Waiponamu just try and set this up a bit more communication. Here they are, work that link a bit. They've got him coming in for a peel play. There he is with the under dive. The ref's calling no touch.
This is awesome work here from Angus Fawkes. Let's have a look at the setup. J Hill Cannamole just with a nice ball off the ground and slides right underneath. We spoke about identifying some of these younger players just being short of the line, and I think that's exactly what Te Waiponamu are working towards.
And there you have Angus Fawkes, who has been on fire this game. I don't think he played in the first round, which would have been a heavy loss for the Te Waiponamu side, but now he has been just constantly posing questions in this match. Nice little long ball here by the striker side, inside ball, and they answer back straight away. The striker's potent attack.
Yeah, another experience, I guess, result. You can see the long ball option was on. The defenders were out there, and then we saw this a lot yesterday too. Just that nice push pass back in from the winger, and then he teams up with Devontae for another try for strikers.
But that just comes in with the way the strikers are setting up their play. I mean, they managed to compress that inside defence so much that the link had so much ground to make up off that long ball. He wasn't there early enough to put in that shot.
Yeah, equally the winger had to make an early decision as well. So great way to isolate that left side defence.
I like the trick play there, as they have been hitting that peeler quite a bit. But the strikers were up for the task. Still down by 1 though. They have Kirk again. What's he going to pick? He goes for the scoop. but the striker's beautiful defence.
Yeah, really clever from Chico Doyle. They know that there's a strong right to left pass coming off the back of Harry Kirk. They actually allowed him space to give it, and then he just chased, allowed him to go through with the scoop, and then got the touch on the back. That's clever.
Yeah, I'd like to see a stronger chopper line coming in from the Waiponamu links. Just giving Doyle the earlier option on the pass would help him out a lot. Sorry, I mean Kirk, not Doyle. Here we have the strikers. No doubt they'll be wanting to level the score up here. Offside. Is it back to one? Yeah, replay ball there. Folks managed to touch the ball before it went to ground.
Yep, so the strikers just taking their time with the reset. They just want to get to the people in the right position. Mace Parsons now stationed in the middle of the field, teaming up with Reece Brown just to probably look at a few waster touches. Yeah, no, that was a close one, but not quite there to the line. Good touch made by Te Waiponamu.
It was the right option though, seeing as they managed to pull the link up and make the touch on the link.
Now they've got Ports looking for a little... Oh, how beautiful was that try?
And again, it's just that same play where they run the peeler and then they're hitting that link on that 6 o'clock play. But this time they do go back to the peeler, which I don't think Te Waiponamu were expecting. As you can see, that link was quite a bit away. Just great setup by strikers and great way of identifying where the open player was.
The innovation is what really surprised and excited me about that play. I thought it was going to go backdoor to the passive link. He sold the dummy and then went short, so awesome work there by Portene Paua. A little bit extra on the touch there. The referee has caught a heavy touch. Te Waiponamu now, again in a good position. Harry Kirk on the ball.
Took a waster there. There he is, he'll be setting up now. Another Jordan, he's going on that outside. Oh, and he goes and chucks the ball away. Is it a replay ball? Offside. They need to be moving forward.
Good call from the referee. The strikers were just a little bit passive and still are a little bit passive looking forward. We want to get those defenders up nice and high just to make sure that the attacking opportunities are there. But the touch is called. Jackson right now to play the ball.
Get him out there! Get him out there! Get up! Sweep reverse!
Player offside. Was he still offside? No. The ref's going to call him on.
You can see they're giving a lot of attention here to Harry. So Devontae just almost shadowed him all the way to the line. Even though he was in an offside position, he can change his line now as a defending player. So it looks like that's a bit of a tactic that the strikers are using.
There it is. They're going to call the touch. Well defended by the strikers' side. It didn't matter what Te Waiponamu threw at them. I just felt like they were always in control decisively in that set.
Good extra meters picked up there by Ephraim's, putting the strikers beyond halfway on touch 3.
Great set by the strikers. And here they have numbers on that right side, but unable to capitalise.
A lot of depth as they were running onto the field, which helped put them in good position. Unfortunately, Rehana couldn't pull that ball in. But the rucking is a really nice feature in that play. And the strikers will continue on to try and provide some good platforms for them going forward.
And here we have Te Waiponamu now. They'll be bringing... Here they have a nice little attacking set going on. I'm loving the go forward that they're putting in. They have a scooper. He's going to step back. Check back on the inside. Well defended by the strikers.
It looks like they're giving more space to the dummy half, almost inviting them to scoop through the try line and then sort of manning up afterwards. And it's working because Te Waiponamu are falling for it, but the strikers are in a good position to actually match up and complete the set. As they ruck their way down, oh, unfortunate error there by the strikers just at halfway. Walter took it and he couldn't quite bring the ball in. Halfway now, Te Waiponamu will look to strike back here.
Now with just under 10 minutes left, it's 5-all. Te Waiponamu will have a good attacking chance here with a couple touches on the 7. Offside, yes. It look like there are about 3 players on their striker's side offside, well, from my point of view anyway. So Waiponamu now, the full attacking set.
The Fawkes brothers here.
Yeah. Some of the best options that they do have on this team, attacking-wise. The Fawkes brothers have definitely been an attacking force in this game for them so far. Yes, he's bowing Angus back in. Oh! Mistake, chucking the ball to Brown. Just no communication.
That's right, and probably what was worse is how they just all turned around and bowed their heads afterwards. Strikers will pick up on their body language and feed off of it.
Tuda now on the field. And that link posse finds him. Oh, well defended by Fawkes. Angus manages to make the touch. What's the ref going to call though? He's going to call early touch.
Yeah, just having a bit of a consultation there with Angus Fawkes. What it looked like, and hopefully we'll get a chance to have a look at the replay, was that the touch was made early. So good setup and an outstanding pick here from George. To just get on the outside of Hamish Fawkes, creates the gap. We'll see his arm is already out and he was holding Tutuhi. The referee making the right call there. Has a word to the player that that's not acceptable and awards the try.
Yeah, and that was fair enough. Great work by the referees. What a way to pick that call. Here we have Kirk back on the field. Great work. The strikers now identifying that Kirk is one of the danger men. And they just keep shadowing him. That'll be a replay ball.
Yeah, another set on the line for Te Waiponamu. The strikers, though, you can hear through the communication on the microphone by the side of the field that there's just heaps of kōrero, not just on the field but in their box. They're really rallying the boys going forward on defensive line, and I think this is a great call from the referee. You could see that Rayana was going forward to make the touch. As the ball was being passed, the referee's called, no, that's a ball to ground. The referee, the winger was going in for the touch. So
and as an attacking player, you'd be livid at the referee after a call like that. Oh, no, and the strikers give the ball away on their first play.
Just taking the eye off the ball. It's happened a couple of times in this game. Overthinking and maybe going forward too quickly. And there's a bit of space here on the left, but a recount will be coming as Tutuhi knocks the ball down.
I love the options that Angus Fawkes brings to this to Waiponamu's side. He's got a dive, he's got a pass. He just adds so much to the attacking line.
He's just shifting out there into that link position now. If they can get him off the back of a 32 long ball, I reckon there's opportunities here.
Great defensive work, nice and strong in that ruck by the strikers. That's Daniel there, their number one, their co-captain. Did very well just to hold them up half a second to give his team enough time to get back on side.
It's Geordie McEntee now. They're looking to set up on the left side, and here comes Angus running a line, but they're going to go right. Still a couple of touches in their hand, it seems. Yeah, touch 4.
They need a good setup here.
And they're going for a 33 again. Geordie with the pick and looking to Angus. Yeah, so Angus is an option there, but they couldn't quite pull it off there.
Yeah, I like how he was in that pocket, but I just felt like it was well read by this striker's side.
Experience there. I mean, he's matching up against Tutuhi Tuda, who's played, at this level for a while now. And some great go forward here by the young guns. Chico Doyle's away, but couldn't find his teammate. Unfortunate into the set there by the strikers.
As a coach, I think I would have preferred for him just to hold on to the ball. I mean, with 5 minutes left and 1 up, you want to capitalize off every opportunity that you can get. They need to at this time because it's only a 1-point game. And it doesn't look like this Te Waiponamu side is going away anytime soon. Nice little check off. Tries to pop it off to the winger. Just ran out of space there on that left edge.
They caught the strikers unaware there. Ben Anderson with a good option. Off the right step. Unfortunate didn't pull off, but it looks like the left-hand side, or at least their left side on attack, is where they're trying to target some extra points as they look to square this game back up. One thing that the Strikers are so good at is just passing and moving the ball. I think they might be the best men's team at it. And now they get the penalty for an in the ruck. A little bit messy, and of course, for an in the ruck penalty, it gets advanced 10 metres. So it's a 20-metre disadvantage to the defence.
So probably one of the worst penalties you can be giving away. Here they are, they drop it just 8 metres out, unable to capitalise though. So Waiponamu need to be careful here that they don't get penalised.
Oh,
nice
sweep in the follow.
on the
How
inside
good.
ball.
That's Devontae Tiaki Tippett converting there, but what a great setup there was with Mason George. If we have another look back at the highlights here, you can see that the work was done before the touch is even made. Movement's already going in place. Mace is in a good position to draw both defenders and then just shifts the ball inside.
It's just a beautiful play, having that sweeper, then that step back on the inside, then nice little inside check on that follow line. Great work by the Strikers, just identifying where the holes are.
Yeah, and those are the options that the Te Waiponamu team should really be looking for, but surprisingly they haven't really been running too many sweep plays in this game, which we know has worked for them in the past. A penalty though now for not moving forward.
And with 3 minutes to go, Te Waiponamu will be needing to score off the set.
They're holding well though, both of those middles. You've got Danyan and Tituhi on that left side. They won't be wanting to leak any points there. Good high profile by both of the links. Defending well, just to try and close out this game.
It's a bit static. Here they are, they've gotten that whole defensive line up. Can they convert the space into points? Unable to.
I really like the team effort that the Strikers are doing defensively. They just really cut out all the options that the Te Waiponamu side were throwing at them, and now they've got an opportunity to ruck back downfield.
Yes, Te Waiponamu will be disappointed there. He managed to latch his defender on, but couldn't get the inside ball to the player coming in on the cut. And the Strikers now follow up with a beautiful set of attacks. Some great yardage. They're already down the other side of the field. They'll get a couple touches down on the 7.
What I like about the Strikers is they've maintained their energy, and it's probably coming from their young ones. You know, so many players on this field are under 20 years age. You've got guys like Sonny Tuala, who's got the ball at the moment, and Portene Paiwai, and even Boston Kake. You know, some of these guys are still at high school. It's so exciting to see. Second phase option now. Mason's going to look to the long ball, but gets the penalty instead. Probably a clever option considering they're up to, chewing the time.
Yeah.
Now they've got a whole set to play with.
Yeah, just very smart touch there. Milking that penalty with 1.5 minutes to go, up by 2. That's exactly what you want, just to kill off a bit more time. You get a full set of 6 on this line. Nice little check out to the length. They should have numbers.
Oh.
Doesn't need the numbers though. Boston Kake, he has stood up in this match.
What I liked really about that play was just the shift in tempo. We thought, oh yeah, you know, they're going to just kill the set and cruise on the set. See, what was the best part about it was just casual, but then bang, the pass was delivered just superbly. Boston's in a really nice space and then just slides in for another try. Only 50 seconds left. Te Waiponamu will want to look to see if they can score one more before the end of the game. And Hanlon Johnston? No, unfortunate, couldn't get there. It looks like George made the touch.
The Strikers side, they've probably been defensively, they have definitely been the better side today. They've got some great policies in place, obviously some great coaching.
Yeah, it does come down to great coaching, so full credit to the staff with the Northern Strikers. Te Waiponamu just unable to really solve the puzzle that they're throwing at them. Just hold really well and adapt so well to what the referee's asking for too. Good job.
Again, just great identifying by that by the Strikers winger. Reihana, he has the experience, he knows exactly what he's doing. They're up by 3. They will take this match. Te Waiponamu still doing anything to try and score though, but the Strikers come out on top. Great way to end the match.
Yeah, full credit. Many standouts, and they've got one more game left for today, so we'll see how they bounce back from that.
Yes, and there we have it, 8-5 to the Strikers getting up over to Waiponamu. But keep it locked as we have the same matchup, but in the women's grade coming up after the break.